Have you ever been told that you can't do something? Either by somebody else, or maybe it was yourself, that voice in your hand, or in your head. Can I see a show of hands? Who's ever thought that you can't do something? It's beyond you. Okay, the majority of everybody in the room. Well, I mean, we all have, especially, it could be maybe the girl never called back, or maybe you didn't get the job promotion that you knew was yours. There's many different things. Well, what if tonight I could give you a secret, a technique to use to achieve anything you want, that you want to achieve, whatever your goals may be, you can achieve them. Would you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, that's pretty much everybody in the room, right? It's exciting. You want to achieve your goals. That's important. Well, I have been told that I can't achieve something before, just like you have, just like everybody in the room has, you know? And sometimes it's the voice in my head, and sometimes it's other people saying, no, you can't do it. So there I was, in a remedial math class. Well, not remedial, actually. I was in a college math class. Only 4 months after suffering a traumatic brain injury and short-term memory loss. The doctor said that I wouldn't be able to go back to school because of my short-term memory loss, that I wouldn't be able to retain the information. Well, I thought, let me show them. You know, I'm going to try it anyway. So I did. Tried real hard in math class, and I failed it. So, tried real hard again, failed it again. So this time I got called to the dean's office, and the dean said, and Jessica, you can't pass, because I was in a remedial math class at this point. He said, you can't pass your remedial math class. You know, we're going to have to put you on probation. I said, okay, you know, for 2 years. That was bad. See, in my mind, I hadn't been telling anybody that I was failing this math class. You see, because they already thought that I couldn't do it. And if I told them, you know, that I failed, they would make me feel okay about it. They would tell me, oh, it's okay. You've been through a lot. You know, it's fine. They would make me feel okay, and I didn't want to feel that way, because then I would give up. So what I do, it's like, well, I didn't want anyone to find out, so I applied to a community college, and I got in. I took an entrance exam, and it got me to the lowest of the low for remedial math classes. But I was in that math class, and as they went over the information, I remembered it, just like that. So I was the smartest kid in class. It was great. And that's where I learned the technique. It's called the rewind technique. And I say rewind because, you know, you're rewinding, just like you're Becky. So what's the rewind technique? Well, as my mom likes to say, sometimes you've got to go back before you can go forwards. You know, and sometimes that's hard, because before my car accident, I was 19 years old. I was a college student, and I was good. You know, I was finally, you know, I felt like I had a life. You know, I didn't have to always be home. You know, I was out and doing, you know, being a college student. It was great. You know, so, and that goes for anybody. Sometimes you get knocked off the platform. You know, you're standing on a platform, you get knocked off, and it hurts when you fall. And how are you going to get back up? But sometimes you've got to go back before you can go forwards. So, and that works for anything. You know, say you've been out of the gym for a while. You go back in, and you go and you reach, and you got to pick up that 200-pound dumbbell. And it doesn't move. You just, what do? Do you leave? Do you walk out of the gym? Are you done? No. You don't always do something. No, you don't give up. We don't do that. So you go over to the 150-pound dumbbell. You try to pick it up. You're trying to lift it. It doesn't work. So you go a little bit lower, and then you get to that 20-pound. You can finally lift it, and you build from there. So what I've learned from all this is, like I said, sometimes you've got to go back before you go forwards, and that's called the rewind technique. We can't always start where we left off, you know, and that's hard sometimes. With my math class, you know, just going back and back, you know, it was something that I had to do. I say all this, and I say this rewind technique because I hope that next time you're in a situation where you feel that you just have to give up, you just have to stop, I hope you'll think of me and the rewind technique that I use to achieve my goals. They said that I would never go back to school. But with perseverance, I did. And I tried anyway. One second, I got it. I graduated from that school. It was a 2-year school. 3 years it took me, but I graduated on the dean's list. And I ended up finishing school at Georgia State. I actually finished in May. So it took me a while to learn, but I had to build those memory techniques back up, but I did, and anything is possible. So remember the rewind technique next time you're in a situation. It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.